Over the past couple of weeks, we have dove into the stories of a couple of evil characters within the Modern Warfare universe. We've had a look at General Shepard, his backstory in both the original Modern Warfare trilogy and the new one. We also looked at the question whether or not Commander Philip Graves has been killed, whether or not he is dead, everything like that. And in those videos, I said that one thing that we haven't talked about on the channel yet that definitely needs to be talked about and is something that's being fleshed out currently within the Modern Warfare story is the full story of Shadow Company. Now, Shadow Company has been around since the original Modern Warfare trilogy, and we're going to briefly dive into that backstory. But the general and main thing that we are going to be looking at in this video is the new story of Shadow Company, how they were introduced into the current Modern Warfare universe, and where their story is going moving forward, and what it means for the Shadow Company characters that we know. And before we dive into all of that and look at the story of Shadow Company, I first have to tell you about today's video sponsor. So I've said it before and I'll say it again, if you're using the internet and you're not using a VPN, you have a big problem. Personally, I've been streaming before and I clicked on the wrong link that someone put in chat and they immediately got my IP address, which gave them access to where I lived, information about me, my passwords. It was a big issue. But that is why today's video is sponsored by Atlas VPN. Now, if you don't know how a VPN works, essentially, with just the click of a button, you are able to change your IP address, masking it and making it look like you could be anywhere in the world. On top of that, Atlas VPN can stop ads and malware. Another thing that you can do is get access to region block content. So say you want to watch Friends on Netflix, but you live in the United States. It's not available in your region. But with just the click of a button, you can change your location and make it so that you can access the shows that you want to watch. And unlike other VPNs, with Atlas VPN, you can use this on unlimited devices. So if you have a phone, you have a laptop, and you have a PC, you can use your Atlas account on all of them. But in my opinion, the best part about Atlas VPN is they don't just try to price gouge you. They give you a really good price, and some VPNs can be really expensive. And in fact, they are running a deal right now. You can get Atlas VPN for just $1.83 when you sign up for a 3-year plan. All you got to do is click my link down in the description, follow it. You can get your hands on that deal, have yourself protected, not have to worry about things, get access to region block content. So check it out right now while the deal is still available. First link down in the description. And thank you, Atlas VPN, for sponsoring the video. So a brief history of the OG Shadow Company. Shadow Company was brought in after the attack on Zakhaev International Airport. Essentially, after this attack, World War III was declared and General Shepard was given a blank check to stop the war. However, what he did is amplified it even more by hiring essentially his own army of PMCs. In doing so, he hired Shadow Company, essentially having his own army off the books and under the radar of any government oversight. Now, Shadow Company was an extremely short-lived thing in the original Modern Warfare trilogy, because once General Shepard was taken out, Shadow Company was no longer in use whatsoever. But fortunately for us, the story of Shadow Company goes much, much deeper in the current Modern Warfare universe.
Visual on the stadium. Time to target 30 seconds. Copy. All shadows this net. Listen up. In the last 24.
Allegiance intercepted comms traffic coming from the stadium. Source of that chatter may be Victor Zakhaev himself. We roll this bastard up, there'll be bonuses all around. Stand by.
Lurch to Rose. You ready to start this fire?
Always. You know that.
That's what I like to hear. How about some fireworks?
Wait till you hear this. Fuse is lit. Let's let ourselves in.
Copy. Spark it. Good effect on target, Shadows. Doors open, bring in the birds. Check, HLZ is marked, touching down. Shadows, unasked and move set.
You see hostile intent, you are clear to engage.
So a lot of you may know how Shadow Company is involved in Modern Warfare 2, but in Modern Warfare 2019, it was a little bit different. You see, at the end of the game, Captain Price has a conversation with Kate Laswell about putting together Task Force 141, which needs to be approved by General Shepard. And with the events that go down in Verdansk, Task Force 141 is sent in with another group of soldiers, the Coalition and the Allegiance, who together are known as Armistice. But after the first 3 seasons of Modern Warfare 2019, Armistice falls. Some soldiers were paid off, others didn't want to work together, and Armistice falls apart, leaving Verdansk in even more trouble than it was prior. With Task Force 141 still in place, they need additional soldiers, so General Shepard makes the decision to call in PMCs, specifically Shadow Company, to help hunt down the Zakhaevs and put an end to the war in Verdansk. And with Task Force 141 and Shadow Company working together, they managed to take out the Zakhaevs and stop the war within Verdansk. This group effort moves forward, and we see at the very beginning of Modern Warfare 2, Shadow Company and Task Force 141 once again working together to assassinate someone by the name of General Gorbani.
Armed personnel, armor and hardware, all Russian.
What the hell are the Russians doing with Gorbani?
Supplying Iran. It's an arms deal.
You copying this, Shadow One?
Affirmative. 2 birds, 1 stone.
We need positive ID on Gobrani before we kick this off, boys.
Ghost, can you identify the general?
So after the joint force of Task Force 141 and Shadow Company take out General Gorbani, Task Force 141 is sent in to take out another general by the name of Hassan. And in doing so, they don't end up finding him, but rather end up finding American missiles. And upon doing so, there is 2 options. Either they can get the intel from the missiles and find out why Al-Qatala has American missiles, or, as General Shepard says, they can just destroy them.
This is an intelligence failure, Laswell. It's not going to be a tactical one. There will be 500 enemy soldiers on that site by sunrise. We need a win fast. Gold Eagle Actual to Ghost. Move your team and call for fire. I want those weapons destroyed.
Now, this move seemed incredibly suspect. It didn't really make any sense that General Shepard wouldn't want to know how they got American missiles. We later find out the reason why. General Shepard was once again using Shadow Company as his own military to transport ballistic missiles into strategic positions, but in doing so, the ultranationalist Coney Group intercepted them in the Middle East, stealing them from Shadow Company, taking them, and essentially the reason and the entire story of Modern Warfare 2 is all because of Shepard. He lost the missiles, giving Hassan a tactical advantage, and essentially the rest of the Modern Warfare 2 story is General Shepard covering up his giant mistake. Now, throughout the rest of the campaign, Task Force 141 and Shadow Company work very well together. They capture General Hassan and interrogate him, they capture El Sanambre, and they take out 2 of the missiles. But upon taking out the second missiles, things take a massive turn.
What's this?
This is the immediate future. Step away from the gate.
What?
You heard me.
You're crazy. This is my base.
Not a base. This is a sizable covert facility, and I admire it. So I'm taking.
I'm calling Shepard.
General Shepard sends his regards. He told me y'all wouldn't take this well.
He knows about this.
He's put me in command of this operation from here on out, so y'all need to stand down. It's time to let the pros finish this. Why the hell are we talking like this is some kind of negotiation? It's not. I've got my orders, and now you have yours.
And who the fuck do you think you are, cabron? My men are inside!
I'm afraid not. Your men have been detained.
So with the betrayal from General Shepard and Shadow Company, Task Force 141 is left to their own devices, alongside Kate Laswell. When they find out what happened with General Shepard and the missiles, they vow to stop this and make good on what they started. And upon doing so, one of their first actions is to take out Commander Graves, and they quote-unquote do so with a tank battle that goes down. Now, we've talked about that one. Whether or not Commander Philip Graves is dead or not inside that tank is a whole nother story, and you should check out that video linked down in the description. But as far as the story goes, Commander Philip Graves is taken out. And as we find out at the end of the campaign, seemingly General Shepard is in the wind.
AQ. Iran.
Cartels, Russians.
Shepard. Shadow. They got past us.
We had a head start. It's cutting the heads off snakes. son of Shepard.
Totally off the grid.
So seemingly, that is the end of Shadow Company's story. However, the thing is it's not. What we find out after the end of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign is with Graves seemingly out of the picture, Shadow Company began to suffer from falling command structure. And some of the things that we noticed throughout the Spec Ops missions is the security detail from Shadow Company at the Mount Zaya Observatory was forced to leave El Mazrah, sending in more Alcatala soldiers. The Demon Dogs had to go in and defend in Shadow Company's place. On top of that, at some point, Shadow Company was flying an AC-130 over El Mazrah when it was shot down. We can see this because the AC-130 that has crashed into the Satit Caves shows off the exact same logos and the exact same numbers as the AC-130 from the campaign of Modern Warfare 2. Now, what we have found out with Season 2 and Building 21 is Building 21 is currently being in control by a character of the name Velikan, a character who was one of the PMCs that we saw within Modern Warfare 2019. On top of this, elements of Shadow Company's forces have been found on the new map, Ashika Island. In fact, they seem to be running the entire compound on Ashika Island, with their logo being found everywhere. Now, they are currently being led by an unidentified leader. It could be Commander Philip Graves making some more moves if he did not die, or it could be General Shepard. At this point, we don't know. But what we do know is with the other forces on the island being the ultra-nationalist Coney group, in other words, the people that stole the missile in the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, Shadow Company definitely has some gears to grind with the two forces. And we can expect to see that war on Ashika Island continue with Shadow Company. But so far, that is the full story of Shadow Company, where they came from, what we know so far, how they worked with General Shepard, and everything in between. If you enjoy these type of videos and want to see more story videos like this one, the best way to show me is by hitting that like button. If you're new to the channel, like what you see, want to stay up to date on all my videos, make sure you subscribe and have notifications on. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are